How you guys doing? My name is Emmanuel. Um, I'm making this video pretty much to explain how my brother passed away. My big brother. His name was Justin. Um, it was a motorcycle accident. Um, One vehicle. He didn't hit anybody. But before I get into all that, I just wanted to say thank you for all the support and the love that was shown to me when I came out with my song for my brother, because that was really hard. I've been writing music for a long time, and one thing that kept me going was the fact that my brother loved my music and he was proud of it. And I never really produced anything, it was always just writing in my room, or just videos on phones like the one you saw. It's never been anything professional, but my brother always loved it, and I thrived off of making my brother proud. That's what kept me going every day, just knowing that I could do something today that could make my big brother proud. Every day I got up thinking that. And so what happened, it's on a Monday, I believe. Yeah, it was on a Monday because the funeral was 2 days later, and the funeral was on a Wednesday. So yeah, he died on a Monday. He died February 20th, 2017. About noon, maybe 1 in the afternoon, something like that. So what happened is my big brother Justin, like me, the little brother, I'm 5'11", 6 foot, 205. But my big brother, he's like my little big brother. He was like 5'8", 5'9", like 110, 120 pounds, maybe, soaking wet. Maybe 130. I might give him that, if that. But but he was a mechanic, and he was the best mechanic anybody knew, the best driver. He loved vehicles. Vehicles were his life. He loved motorcycles, cars, trucks, mainly trucks. But yeah, one day I was living in Arkansas at the time. So that's actually the name. When I said Las Vegas in the song, when I said, my brother always told me that I'm gonna make it, so I keep my head up here in Las Vegas. It's not actually called Las Vegas. It's called Russellville, and it's a city in Arkansas, and the nickname for that city is Las Vegas. So I mean, that's a little hint. But yeah, we were in Russellville, but he actually died in a town called Hector, which was like 10-15 minutes outside of Russellville. He was on his way to Russellville. But the point of me pointing out how big he was that he was 5'8", 5'9", 120, 130 pounds, and he was on a 1700 motorcycle. Anyone who knows anything about motorcycles, I'm not going to claim to know much about motorcycles. I don't know much about motorcycles. I just know the size of the motorcycle that my brother was on was way too big for anybody who didn't know what they were doing. So yeah, he was on a 1700, and he was an adrenaline junkie. He didn't like wearing helmets. He didn't care about safety. He was on meth. He had just recently lost his kids, and yeah, he turned to drugs, and it was really hard to watch. So I moved in with him to try to keep an eye on him and make sure he was okay. I was paying my rent, paying his rent, make sure everything was all good. And he wasn't a bum. There's no doubt about that. But at that time, he was just lost, and I was just trying to be there for him, like he's always been there for me. I've never done drugs personally. I smoke weed, but that's it, and cigarettes. But he went to Hector to see his friend, one of his best friends. His name was Robert. We call him Midget. He's so small. He's like 5'5", 110 pounds. He's so little. But he went to see him, and when he left his house, he hit a straight stretch to go to Russellville. And I mean, when I say he was an adrenaline junkie, I mean he was at least always trying to push 250, 300. I don't know why he wanted to go that fast, but he just loved it. And he was going pretty fast. I don't know how fast he was going, but there was a couple witnesses there that saw it happen. I wasn't there, but after about a month after he died, maybe not even a month, a couple weeks, I was able to, piece together what happened. It took me a while, but I finally pieced together the whole story. And he was driving, and my brother wears glasses. Without his glasses, he can't see. He's like Velma. He can't see without his glasses. So he was riding his motorcycle, and I know you might be wondering what the hell was he doing with a motorcycle that big. Well, he borrowed it from his friend Sean, and Sean, mind you, is like 6'2", 250. He's a pretty big boy. So yeah, the bike wasn't my brother's. It was just his big friend's bike that he got on, and don't bash him for letting him on the bike. There was no stopping my brother from getting that bike. Like, that was his best friend, I mean, if you have a best friend and you tell him not to do something, what's he gonna do? Most likely he's gonna try to do it just to piss you off, Unfortunately, this was a fatal accident, and he took it anyway. I don't necessarily know that he took it. He might have just, I don't know, whatever. That's not important. But he was driving, and at one point, his glasses just flew off his head, and like I said, he cannot see without his glasses at all. Like, if he could be from me to the camera, and if he didn't have his glasses, he would have no idea who I am. That's just how bad his vision was. And yeah, the glasses flew off his head. He had the helmet on a little stand on the side of the motorcycle, and he should have been wearing it, but he wasn't. And so his glasses flew off, and he came up on a curve, and I guess he didn't see the curve. The lady behind him said it looked like he just kind of laid down and like went to sleep while he was driving, and just like I don't know. But the only thing I could think of for her to think that was the fact that he couldn't see, and he just kind of tucked down and to brace for impact. 'Cause I mean, that's all he could do. He couldn't slam on the brakes. He couldn't try to maneuver. All he could do was really just brace for impact, because he can't see. There's nothing he could do. And he drove off of the curve, so pretty much he was going forward, and then a curve came. But right before he hit that curve, his glasses came off, and he didn't see it coming. So instead of going and taking the curve, he just drove straight off. And there was a mailbox right there on the curve, and the helmet hit the mailbox, and it flipped the bike forward, and my brother held on. The bike did a complete front flip, and he held on, and when it did the first front flip and then he was upside down again, he pretty much kissed the pavement, and then it flipped again, and it snapped his neck head over heels, and then it flipped again, and then it just kind of flung him 30 feet into a ditch. And yeah, he severed his spinal cord on contact. He didn't feel no pain. At least that's what I want to believe. Yeah. The lady that was behind him, that apparently saw it happen, she got out of the car, and she did the worst thing you could possibly do in a situation where someone broke their neck or their back or anything like that. She ran down there and she grabbed him, and she pulled him in, and she held him, and she was trying to make sure he was okay, but you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to leave them still. I try not to be angry at her for that, because she was just trying to make sure she was trying to comfort him, but she might have killed him. And at least I wouldn't go that far to say she might have killed him, but she might have just hit him with the finishing touch. She might have erased his chances of being paraplegic and just finished it. Like, I'm not going to say she killed him, because I mean, he obviously should have been riding with his helmet, and really he shouldn't have even been on the bike, but he was, and he crashed, and the lady came down there, and she said she asked him, she said, if you can't feel any pain, blink your eyes. And she said he blinked his eyes. And she said that if anybody knows where you're at, blink your eyes. He blinked his eyes. Mind you, while this is all going down, I'm at the movies. I'm at the movie theater watching a fist fight with Ice Cube and the other guy, and the whole teacher in the school. Yeah, I was in theaters watching that movie, and I literally had a feeling in my heart just dropped. I don't know what it was. It was like just a pain, just like I lost something, like I felt it, and I was just so depressed just midway through the movie. And anyone who's seen Fist Fight knows that was a funny movie. It was a good movie. But midway through it, I just felt this pain in my chest, and it just wouldn't go away, and I just didn't feel right. But yeah, the lady asked him, if anybody knows where you at, blink your eyes, and she said he blinked his eyes, and coincidentally, a priest happened to be driving by. When the priest drove by and saw what was going on, he pulled over and he walked down and saw my brother and the girl. And he looked at my brother and he asked him, if you know Jesus Christ, blink your eyes. And he said my brother blinked his eyes. And then they held hands over him, and they prayed, and they prayed and prayed and prayed for him to be forgiven, to be led into heaven. And they said it seemed about as soon as the ambulance pulled up was when he passed away, right before they could get to him. And so it really scares me, because he couldn't see. I don't know if severing a spinal cord can affect your vision, period. But that's the main thing that scares me, was the fact that his glasses flew out before he even crashed. So these people being over him and talking to him and asking him these questions, he couldn't even see their face. He didn't know who he was talking to. He couldn't see anything. And I can imagine he was thinking about me and his kids. And I don't know. It was obviously a peaceful way to go, because he severed the spinal cord and he didn't feel any pain, so he just kind of slipped away into a sleep. But that doesn't make it any easier. So that's how he passed away, on February 20th. I got the news about an hour or two after it happened. And after it happened, I stopped writing music. I stopped writing music for a good 8 months. It was maybe 7 months, something like that. But if you look at when I posted the song, that's how long that I had stopped writing music. From February 20th to the day that I posted the song on YouTube, that's how long it had been since I had written music, because it took me about a day to write that song. So it wasn't like a couple week process or a month or anything like that. No, it took me 1 day and 8 solid hours of balancing 3 cell phones to record that video. I had one cell phone that was playing the instrumental off of YouTube, the 10 Toes Down. I had one cell phone that I had typed the song on, and I had one cell phone recording the video. And it was so hard trying to balance the chargers, and this phone's dead, that phone's dead, this phone's dead. It was difficult, but it took me a solid 8 hours to record that. I had to erase my phone's memory so many times from just having videos of me just fucking messing up. And even when I finished the song, it's like I was like, that's not good enough, I need to make another one. But until I finally came out with what I gave you, and even what I gave you, I don't think that was even good enough. But I think I did a good job of getting the message across. And I just want people to know you're not alone. Anyone who's lost anybody, anyone who's going through this pain of losing a brother or a mother or a father or a son, I can't relate to all those situations, but I can relate to losing someone that you truly love and not being able to comprehend the fact that they'll never be back. It's been a little over 2 years now since he passed. Um, it's March 2019, and like I said, he died February 2017, so it's just been right over 2 years. Um, uh, also, don't smoke. Don't smoke. Don't follow me. That's one thing my brother used to always tell me was he didn't want me to smoke cigarettes. I don't know why I am, but I still am. I'm 22. You're about to be 23 next month. But yeah. I recently started working on another song for my brother. Uh, I'm definitely gonna post it. I've only finished the first verse. It's kind of like a rough draft. Um, if you want to know the instrumental that I'm going to be doing it to, if you type in NF, I don't know if you know who NF is. He's a rapper. He never curses, and he's really good. One of his songs is called "How Could You Leave Us," and it's a really good song about his mother who passed away. And I'm gonna take that song with the hook, just the instrumental with the hook, and I'm gonna write another song over it for my brother. Um, if you want to know what it's gonna sound like, feel free to look up the instrumental and the song, and just know that when you listen to it, you're gonna feel how strong it is, and you're gonna know why I chose that song. Um, I really do appreciate all the love and all the support that I've received for the song. I really miss my brother, and I really wish he was still here. And anyone out there going through any pain similar to this, I'm so sorry, and I hope you're okay, and I hope everyone in your family is gonna be okay, and I hope you don't do anything to hurt yourself. And just know that I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that it gets better with time, because like I said, it's been 2 years, and I still feel like it happened yesterday. But you just I'm not gonna say to move on. I really, really, the only advice that I could give is to just, like I said in my song, just pick your headphones on and pick your favorite playlist. That's what works for me. I just listen to music and cry. And I just wanted to share the story with you. I'm so sorry for how long this video was. If you stuck around for the whole video, I don't really know a method to tell me that you stuck around for the whole video. If you stuck around for the whole video, just leave a like. And just thanks for listening, guys. My name's Manuel Carrillo. I live in Phoenix, Arizona. I'm from California, Sacramento. This is the story of my brother. Rest in peace, Justin Kyle Dixon. Thank you for watching.